Welcome back, everybody. My name is Biffa, and it's fantastic to have you with me here in our brand new year, 2025. And, rub my hands together with glee, there is exciting things ahead. Last year, well, it was a bit up and down there for a while, wasn't it, with the City Skylines franchise. But here with City Skyline 2 and everything that we've had released over the past few months, I really think we're coming out the other side now, which is fantastic. What are we waiting for? Well, of course, the asset editor, a road editor, something like that. But, of course, the console release, don't forget that. But I think things are really starting to fly. I'm excited to see what's heading our way. But for now, we've still got plenty of new mods, fantastic assets ready for today's video. We've got some traffic fixing, some road junction detailing in the UK style, game mechanics tweaking, building, and much more. I do also have to put my hand on my heart and say thank you so much for your support over the past 12 months. The channel is still going, still growing, going strong. I'm still loving putting together videos for your entertainment. By reading the comments, I can see that you're still loving everything well. And due to your help, of course, I'm still paying the bills here over at Family Biffa. So thank you very much. I do have to send an extra special big hug to all of my lovely supporters over there on Patreon who are able to go that extra mile and support me on Patreon. That is just absolutely blows me away every time I look at that. Thank you so much. I hope you continue to enjoy your Satisfactory and Astroneer series with many more games to come this year, so watch this space. By the way, you can follow me for free over there on Patreon if you want to just poke your head in, have a look around, see what sort of things are going on. Links below in the description, of course. With all of that being said, let's roll up our sleeves. Let's load up some viewer comments, some new mods, some assets, and grab our nice warm cups of tea. You have got those, haven't you? Yeah, excellent, good. As we dive back into Kettlewick. So here we are over the village of Manor Bluff that we built in the last episode. I asked you all for some name suggestions, and I quite liked Willtail2409 that said Cupton would be a nice name. So this area is now known as Cupton Bluff. Thank you very much for that suggestion. We're going to be coming back to Cupton Bluff. We've got a few things we need to work on, which ties in with our next comment. Then we have a really interesting comment from the Spiffing Brit, I think that says. Yeah, it says, Biffa, the citizens yearn for a Greggs. Well, do we have a Greggs along here? I'm not entirely sure. There is a Greggs in the game. So if anybody wants to design an asset or a sign or something like that that says Greggs, then we can definitely add that in. But yeah, thank you very much for your comment. Spiffing Brit, I think it was. Yeah, thanks for that. Right, our next comment is from Rahansk8200. Everyone must ask themselves the question, why does the road to the industrial zone, here's the industrial zone, go through the main street when there is a road right next to it to get in and out? That is a very good question. So we have this road here that goes the bridge over the railway line, and then all the trucks are going down the main street back onto the rural highway when they could connect just over here. So I think we're going to make a very small change to this road here, Birch Lane. Let's upgrade that to a normal road. Do we have the room to squeeze that in? I'm going to put Anarchy on and just see if we can overlap that a little bit, and then if we need to move the building a bit later, we can do that. I might just plop that straight into there like that. Let's have a look how that's going. We're not going to add any traffic lights on. No, and then we'll see how that goes. Is that... I thought that water was running over the top of the bridge there. Yeah, we'll see how that goes, and then I think actually what we'll do is we'll upgrade these. Let's grab the picker, and we'll add asymmetric highways on here as well. So we get the road coming in and out. Oh, that is quite a long asymmetric one. Let's just shorten that a tiny bit. There we go, excellent, and I think that will work much better. We might come back and take a look at the road markings a little bit later on. But yeah, thank you for that suggestion, Luhansk. And while we're over in this area, we have Airline Spotter 072, Biffa casually polluting his ground pumping station with a sewage outlet and industry. So yeah, we've got sewage outlet here because at the moment that's all we can do. We've got industry around here, and then we have this. We have our groundwater pumping station. Well, let's just take a look at that and see whether it is a problem. So there's all of our groundwater, which at the moment, if we click on this building building here, it has 0% pollution. We can check the ground pollution in our info view, this one here, and it really doesn't spread that far anymore. There was one of the last updates sort of changed that. So we'll keep an eye on this, and if this does become a problem, we can always move this over here somewhere. Yeah, but I think as it runs at the moment, we're doing absolutely fine. No pollution at all, so I'm happy with that. But certainly, thank you very much for the comment. It made me double check just to make sure. And then finally, we have a gracious Thurus 7513 says the junction leading into the new village, this one right before our eyes here, just seems like an accident waiting to happen and the traffic will be horrible. A good old roundabout or T-junction would be much safer. You're right. I put this together down here. I'll tell you what it is. Sometimes I forget we're driving on the left, although I think I did mention that in the video. We added in, oh, that was an autosave. Let's have a quick sip of tea. Yeah, we added in a slip lane along here, so we could see that people could pull off onto this side and then go across, but they're cutting across this traffic here. I mean, this sort of junction is sort of what would happen, but I can see that, yeah, it's really going to slow down our main highway coming through here. So let us just change this up. We're going to delete these that go into there. We're going to definitely use the picker mod and just downgrade this to what it was before. If I turn off, I want to get that in the middle, get it lined up. Okay, we'll turn off all the snapping and we'll eyeball it. There we go. Excellent. We'll eyeball this one, hopefully, as it goes around the corner. Yeah, I think that's near enough. Is that okay? Oh no, I've messed it all up. Hang on, let's get back. Come on. Yeah, okay, that'll do. And then what we'll do is we're going to have this junction join up into here somewhere. It might, I mean, that is a horrendous place. If you were pulling out here onto this corner, I mean, you can see actually down that road and you can see almost up there. So I think we'll be okay. Let's give it a go and see what it's like. And then what we're also going to do is just upgrade that. Let's put all of our snapping back on so it is an asymmetrical road for coming in and out. Yeah, that'll be good. And then we're going to have some asymmetrical roads for turning off here. So I don't want those to be too long. So I am going to stop trying to upgrade. I am going to cut that off just before the corner there. And we'll cut that one off just before the corner there. That'll be good. We'll pick of that again because I know the next one's an asymmetrical. So snapping on, please. Asymmetrical going in. Asymmetrical going in. Yeah, there we go. Let's take off those. Let's just remove a couple of trees. Let's just get that running. Let's just take a look down here. So if you were coming out and you stopped here, it is traffic lights, which I don't think we would have on here. So I'm actually going to remove those first of all. Actually, I can do it this way. That's what I was trying to do. There we go. Excellent. So if we're pulling out here and we want to go left, we've got to look right and we can see if anything's coming. I mean, they are flying around that corner a bit, but we could remove that tree. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I'm not going to be too worried about that. And I'm going to remove this tree here. So I think that will get the view a little bit better. And I think I'm going to remove that tree as well. Where's my cursor gone? There it is. Yeah, there we go. We'll keep that nice and low. And then let's just take a look along here. If we're coming down this road to come down, we can easily see if anyone's going to be pulling out as we come down there. So that's fine. Let's swing in from the other direction as well. Yeah, and it's all open and clear and we can see. So yeah, there would probably be some extra road signs here to show you that it is a dangerous corner coming up. But yeah, that is definitely much more realistic. Thank you very much for your comment about that. Right, so let's have a quick chat about a new mod that I've added in, which you might already notice with the color of the road. So let's just dive into our little mod section here. We scroll down to R and we've got road wear adjuster. There's one that just removes all the road wear altogether, and there's this one that you can adjust it. This is how I've got it set up. But as you can see, not too complicated. You can adjust the brightness as you want of the road wear. You can change the opacity of it. So now you can see it's starting to come back in again. You can change the smoothness. So pretty much easily you'll get back to almost vanilla. And yeah, depending on how you like it. I mean, sometimes I'll change it and go, actually, I prefer that a little more than what I had before. It's not quite as dark, but you can play around with those settings and set it up however you want. If you want it a bit darker, the texture smoothness, drop that one down. Brightness, not so much. Yeah, we'll give that one a go. Any settings you've got to make the UK road look a little bit better, let me know below. talking of making a UK road look a bit better, we have some fantastic new assets that we're going to have a look at right now. So Elgendo87 has been doing amazing work on UK assets. We've had quite a few of those for a while, and some new ones have been released. Just before we get to those, I'm just going to add in here, we've got a UK Roundabouts big decal, which is exactly what I want for over here, because this is a little mini roundabout, and that is exactly what you would see. Something that you could ignore and just drive straight the top over, yeah, and get to where you're going. But we have a whole load of new ones that have been added in the new pack, which is called the Road Marking UK set. And I might just pop a couple of little pictures up on the screen here. We can create custom crossings, we can do carriageway edges and alleys, custom intersections, the yellow boxes, everybody loves those, bus stop bays, detailed roundabouts we've just seen. Yep, loads of things that we can add. These look fantastic. Along with this, you're going to need the vanilla asphalt mod as well. That's also by G87, Elgendo87, and of course the extra assets importer. So let's take a look at some of these. I want to find a junction. We're going to go all the way back up here where they're struggling with the trash. Are you still not sending out enough? Let's have a look. I mean, you're doing okay. We've got vehicles in use only 5. Oh, vehicles maintenance 15. Can we speed up the maintenance at all? That's just more garbage collection. That's process at a higher speed. That's less ground pollution. No, we can't speed up the maintenance. Efficiency is only 23. Oh, good grief. Loads of people are sick. Mail handling is bad. Service budget is low. Okay, so that is why our efficiency is so low. We can actually fix those, and we'll get back to what we were talking about before. Let's stick a mailbox down here. I want it maybe out the front. Just thinking where the post office can go. Yeah, we'll do that one there. Where the post truck can go. Hopefully that will be dealt with. Our money is okay. So if we put our budget back up again, we've got to be careful. Garbage management at 50%. If we just pop that back up to 80%, what are we doing? 73% efficiency. So maybe the maintenance will go, yeah, building efficiency under 100% result in vehicles breaking down more, requiring more maintenance. Yeah, that's what's happening. So hopefully that'll be better and they'll start picking this trash up a little bit quicker with what we've got available. Okay, so let's just take a quick look over here. Actually, is the junction we're going to work on. This one outside of our village of Cupton, which has got a lot of traffic, had some accidents going on there. Very, very busy. But I think we can help this junction out a lot with some of the road markings. Obviously, the road markings won't make any difference at all to how the traffic uses the junction. It's all visual only, but we want to try and make this look as UK as possible. So the first thing we want to look at is the crossings. Yeah, we do have crossings like this. Zebra crossings will have... Oh, it's another autosave. Quick sip of tea. Yeah, we do have crossings like this with markings, but on bigger junctions, we wouldn't necessarily have this all the way around. Now, there's a way in game to actually remove those. If you use the crosswalk and right click, it will remove it, but that would technically also remove the ability to cross over the road. So we really want to hide it. So let's dive into some of our assets. So we go into the extra assets menu, we're going to net lanes, and we've got the G87 UK studs only. And these are the markings that we're going to put down here. So we want to sort of try and squeeze these in along here, either sides, like so. We'll get that one lined up as close as we can. Yeah, that'll be fine. Go across either way. And then we want to hide these crossing markings in the middle. So if we go into roadway net lanes, and you'll see we've got the different sizes of the asphalt here. Now, if you notice in the little description there, in the middle line of that paragraph, it says this net lane only will hide road lines and zebras, or zebras. So if we get that one there and draw it out, you can see as it's going up here, it's hiding the zebra crossing. It's not hiding the arrows, but it's hiding the road markings. So you've got some different options there. If we move across to this large one, it says this net lane will not hide road markings. So if we just draw it over here, yeah, it's not doing anything. So there's various reasons why you might use those different ones. We'll come to those. I think the large is the one that we're probably going to want. And if we just draw that across the middle, there we go. Already we've made a difference. Looking slightly more UK-ish with our crossing there. So let me just do the other ones as well. There we go. Excellent. Looking good. Right, next on the list is to change up the lines that we've got along here. This line is too thick across the top, so I've just turned off my snapping. We're going to just see if we could bring that one. Actually, yeah, I want to remove that top part there like that. So we're sort of eyeballing this a little bit. Yeah, that's good. And then we want to remove this second line that's coming along here. I'm going to bring that all the way down to there. And then we might work on that little corner piece as well. We'll see. Yeah, that definitely looks a lot better. Let me do that on all other four corners as well. It's quite good the way that this has been set up because this marking doesn't overlay the stud. So trying to line things up, it works a lot better. There we go. Excellent. Looking good, looking good. And just something else worth mentioning with these pieces that we put in here. With the Move It mod, you can adjust them. So as you can see, I've missed this teeny tiny little bit on the end here. If I grab that, I can just move that over and cover that over. I think these ones are okay. There was another one I did over there. Yeah. That's looking nice and tidy. So coming into these roads, or these roads here, these side pieces, you would definitely have no parking. So if we put on here the no parking, well, the way we would do that, of course, in the game is making the wide sidewalk, adding the grass. I don't know whether the key wall would actually do that. If we add that on there, it sort of brings the road in a little bit, which I think is something we need to do, because otherwise you've got cars parking like this. So let's maybe adjust that. That car's diving around trying to find a parking space. You are out of luck, my friend. Should have done that first, because now we need to adjust our net lanes, which of course we know we can do with the Move It mod. Let me just tidy that up. And what can help with that, we've got all these things jumping around over here, is with our filters in the Move It mod. If you open that up and just select net lanes, then that will be the side pieces. We can bring those in. There we go, and then it'll be easier to grab this one in the middle here. Hopefully, there it is. Almost got it. Mouse, stop jumping around. Got it. There we go. So we can drag that one back, and there's that other one we added in there as well. Excellent. Let me just sort all of those out. Okay, now we've got no parking there. We want to mark it as such, so nobody tries to park there. So we go into net lanes, go into road markings. We've got the UK carriageway line yellow double. Now, basically with these, I'm going to just sort of try and line them up at the end, and we'll bring them down. I think we might need to turn the snapping off. No, that's okay. We'll go all the way down to there, and we're going to do that on both sides as well. Let's just see whether that's overlapping. Actually, I'm going to start from this one here. I don't want to overlap the pavement. Then we go straight up like that. Let's take a look. That's looking okay. Might need to slightly adjust this N1, but like we've seen with the Move It mods, that is easy to do. So into the filters, turn them all off, pop on net lanes. I think that is not the one. Let's try again. We might not be able to grab the exact one that we want. Have I got it? No, hang on. It's under here somewhere. I'll find it. I'm going to move that one back, and then we're going to grab that one. Oh, I see. It's hooked in to that other one that we did there, but that's okay. There we go. We can make it work. Excellent. So let me just add that onto all four sides as well. There we go. Fantastic. And as much as you might be sort of thinking, oh, they've got to be absolutely perfectly straight, these lines are drawn by human beings using a machine on the road, you know. So if things aren't absolutely perfectly straight, then we are going to be happy with that. It's no problem. I think we might want to just cap the ends of those lines. I think there is a little something we can use for that, if I can find it. Let's have a look. Yep, here we go. We're into decals, road markings, and then all the way down the bottom almost, the UK terminal line yellow. Now what you do with these is you put them right up the end, and normally that would be close enough to hit right by the curb, but we're just going to sort of pop that over there like that, and that'll be fine. We'll do that on each of the ends. There we go, with the longer piece sticking out. We're not going to bother capping the top ones. Don't think you have to. I mean, there is an online resource which you can check, which I will link in the description below, which will give you every single, yeah, it's a little bit near, but we're going to go with it. That was the one he painted on a Friday, so it wasn't quite so good, that one. Yeah, there is an online resource that tells you every single detail you must absolutely have to know if you're making all of these road markings and stuff. Did I do that one there? No, we've got one left. If you want to learn about it, or to be honest, most of the time, you could probably just get a picture online and work it out yourself. There we go. That is looking nice. Now, as much as I really want to add into here a junction box, that wouldn't really be the place for it. So the yellow junction boxes that you see in the middle of junctions similar to this would normally be, well, they're always to stop cars going into them if they can't exit. If we have a look at this road, there's no other roads coming off anywhere where if somebody stopped in the middle that it would back up the traffic and then start blocking another roundabout, another road, that sort of thing. That's normally where they're put up. This is pretty free flowing. And as much as I said all these new road markings wouldn't help the traffic, look at that. They have absolutely, in inverted commas, helped the traffic. I'm just wondering about these 50-mile-an-hour speed signs that we've got coming up here, because I would definitely change that, because this road we're saying is 60. That is what this sort of countryside highway would normally be. I would definitely say this would be down to 30. So what we can do, if we go into here, I think it's this one. No, it's the first one. I was right first time. We can actually very carefully delete all of these. And then if we go into the same place in here, I think we should see, yes, 30. Excellent. That's what we want. So I'm going to see if I can use this tool here to get them the exact distance apart. What is going on? That's facing them away. Let's just turn that around. Bonk, 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 180. So if I draw it like that, why can't I see it? What's going on? Can I just do one just to check if it'll work? Yeah, it will work. Oh, do you know what? I might just place them by hand. 30, 30, 30. I was going to try and be clever, but I think that will do like that. I'm actually going to place them a little bit nearer to the junction down here, I think. When I say junction, I meant where the road changes. There we go. Definitely feel that that is much more realistically British. Now, we could put some road markings in the middle here to help with the cars that are turning. So let's just see if we could find those and add those in. So it's going to be this one here. And there should be one sort of going in both directions. Yes, we've got that one here. So let's just have a look. Actually, no, it's going to be the other one that we want, isn't it? Where was that one? This one here. So this one that's turning right. I'm just thinking if we actually need them. Let me just chuck it down. I'll show you what I was thinking of doing. So if we turn around this way. Actually, no, it's the same one, isn't it? Of course, we're going from the other direction. It's just to sort of give them, yeah, like a passing place where they're not going to get in each other's way. So we could do that. So if we sort of put that near the middle, like so, and then if we grab this one, let's just turn on all the filters. There we go. So I'm lining it up with here, but thinking where they're going to be turning to. So I'm going to bring that back a spot, and then we'll do the same over here. So we'll line that up with this one, but then we'll look where they're turning to, and it just gives a bit of a visual indication where they're going. Now that I've done that, actually, I wanted that on the main road, which I'm sort of viewing this as the main road, so I'm just wondering whether we could just turn those around. Yeah, that's going to work great. Let's just do that instead, and it's almost like it's given a bit of extra priority to the cars that are coming down this road here, which is, oh, another water save, which is the one that goes in and out of our district. Yeah, let's do that. What we could also do, as we've got a bit of a drop down from the speed limit, which to be honest normally would go from 60 to 40 to 30. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add some slow down signs like this a little bit further back on each of these roads. Am I putting it on the right side of the road? On the correct side of the road, I should say. I am. We'll do the same over here as well. There we go. I think that will help. And I am just looking for a little curved line that I'd like to add in there. I think what we might need to do is use like a net lane. What is this? This is like, I want just like a white curve, just sort of go up here. If I put this into curve mode, sort of like that. That is not the sort of thing I want to use. Okay, let's see if I can find a different one. Or is that going to delete the wrong thing for me? Maybe. Let's just do that instead. We can delete the net lane. Okay, it's this one here, isn't it? All those objects. Yeah, there we go. Let's try this one. Yes, that's the one. That's a little bit longer. So actually, if we start it back here and go like that, that's not like it at all. And then can we use the move it mod to try and get this to go where I want it to go? Or is this going to be something I'm going to regret even starting doing? Oh, I found a better one. Road line unbroken in the UK pack. That is exactly what I want to do. And I just found it easier going from this end. Sort of round. Let's do that again up there. No, let's do it there. Something like that. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Just to give a bit of a visual indication of where you can sort of stop and turn if you're going in that direction. Brilliant. Okay, that's good. And of course, on top of all of this, we could add a load of smutty, dirty, nasty oil stains all over the floor to make it look a little bit more used. There we go, a little bit more British looking, a little bit more realistic as well. Why don't we dive into town and see if we can find somewhere where we can put in the very iconic box junction. I'd love to use one of those. First of all, let's check how things are going over here in Kettlewick. Yeah, we have solved the trash problem, which is good. What are we at? 74%. A lot more vehicles in use. Excellent, and our budget is still doing fine. We do seem to have a bit of a traffic problem. If we come in here, so this is off of the main road, off of the highway, down the main road into our town. And yeah, we've got a bit of a backup of traffic coming through here, snarling up on the roundabout, stopping our buses getting through. Let's just follow this to the end and see what the real cause of this is. It looks like it's this junction here, and then it's going into a traffic light over here. So actually it's probably the traffic light here that's causing the problem, isn't it? So what I'm wondering we could do is just maybe replace that with a roundabout, because this is only the secondary road that comes into Bourneville over here, and I don't think we need that. We've got this access, we've got this access here off this side road. So yeah, I think definitely this could be changed to a roundabout, and I think that will just solve our problem there. Let's pick a medium size. What have we actually got behind it? Let's just check one of those. It's probably just a small little roundabout. Let's just pop that in there and run that for a moment and just see whether all this traffic down the road over here at the back will go down. Let's just give it a minute. Actually, while I'm watching that, I think we just need to maybe change one of the roads out here as well, because we've gone from a 4-lane road down to a 2-lane road all the way up here. And this does lead into Penguin Industrial Park. I think if we can have the 4-lane road continue up to there, it doesn't necessarily have to be one with trees. And in fact, I think we are going to pick one that is a little bit, yeah, we're going to go for this one here. Try and get that smack in the middle if we can. I've got Anarchy on, so anything that's, oh, darn it. Anything that's overlapped, we can mess with that in a minute. Let's just try and get that central. There we go. We'll put our snapping back on, but turn off that one. Yeah, that is what I wanted up till there. And I think that'll be fine, because then it splits off into different directions for the highway and such. How is this doing? That's still doing okay on the corner there. Yeah, right. Now we've got all the correct amount of lanes in. Let's watch the traffic and see if it goes down all the way from those block of flats right up to where we are at the front here. I'm just looking at something else that might be causing a bit of an issue, which we don't need, is a traffic light down here. I'm going to remove that, because we look at this junction here. We're right into the housing estate. So this definitely would not be a traffic light there. I'm just checking there aren't any other traffic lights that have snuck in around this area. No, I think we're looking okay. All right, let's continue watching it. I mean, we're almost down. Look, we're at the blue bus just there, and the second blue bus that's coming along, and the traffic has gone down. I think that is a big win there for roundabouts, and I'm just wondering whether we need to do a little bit of an adjustment here. So we've got this pub right on the corner. It does have some pub parking built into that, but we've got people parking on the main road. That is definitely a big no-no, so we're going to put wider sidewalks on there. This I'm not going to worry so much about, because we're past the busiest junction. That's got no parking anyway. And then what I'm going to do in the middle here is just use our nice little net lanes that we've got now available to us. So we're going to add this one. This is going to be a little bit more curved, I think. So we're going to bring that all the way down to here, and hopefully, yeah, I really want to get it away from getting on the pavement. I think that should be okay. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Just to show there's no parking. I mean, at some point I need to do a live stream where I'll go through the entire city, removing all these crosswalks and putting in the more British looking ones. But for now, I think that'll be okay. Right, so back to the entrance to our city, coming in here down the main road. I think I want to remove a roundabout now and put in a box junction. So if we just move along here a little bit, we've got this junction here, which is super, super busy, which is leading to Hobnob Heights up here. It's leading behind it down to All Sorts Fields. This feels like a big crossroads in the middle of the city. And this feels like somewhere that would get busy quite quick. So I am actually going to just delete this roundabout. So we need to turn that off so I can do that. There we go. That's going to turn that back into a normal junction. Again, I'm also going to ban parking on the sides of these roads there. I'm also, while we're here, going to upgrade that. So I didn't need to ban the parking because upgrading this to an asymmetric would remove the parking anyway, so we're going to add that in. We've got asymmetric there, we've got 2 and 1 coming in, or 2 and 2 I should say, so I think that's okay. I would like to widen this a little bit. Let's just see if we can do a bit of manipulation mode here with the move it mod and see if we can do that. Yeah, moving that one really doesn't do anything. If I do that, yeah, here we go. Let's just play around with this a bit and see what we can do. That is the sort of thing I want. I might just mess around with this and see if we can get everything a little bit straighter. But I want these sort of bigger sweeping corners. This here, I just need to move that back to the middle. Move that back a little bit. Hopefully that's nice and straight. Yeah, if I hold Alt, it's stopping me moving left and right without it snapping. So that's quite good. So if I just do that at the end with all of these, then we know that that's going to be totally straight. You're going to go. That definitely gives you a lot more room here, doesn't it? Has it added traffic lights? No. Let's pop in some traffic lights. Right, we're going to do traffic lights enhancements. Yes, we are. We're going to do advanced split phasing. That is what I want. Allow turning on red, no. Exclusive, get my teeth in, exclusive pedestrian phase, yes. We're going to leave that as 1 times and see how that goes. There we go. And do we actually have the traffic lights in? We do have the traffic lights in. Brilliant. Let's just watch this for a moment, just to make sure that the traffic coming into the city isn't going to be held up, and then everybody's going to be able to cross over where they need to go. Yes, we have removed some crossings, haven't we? Yeah, let's just actually add some crossings back in, because we are going to do with the assets and stuff. There we go. And we'll make those invisible in a moment. Yeah, it's looking good. The traffic coming in is absolutely fine. That's not backed up. This isn't backed up. I mean, I don't think we've had rush hour just yet. What are we? 14:27 time-wise. But I think we're going to be okay. And I think this is going to be a perfect spot for a junction. I'm just looking at this crossing over here. Yeah, I think people still are crossing the roads where I've removed them, so that's fine. So I'll tell you what we're going to do is I'm going to just try and line this up a little bit better, and then we'll get to work on this one. So what I'll probably do is just remove these crosswalks off camera. I'm just thinking, yeah, we will do that. And what I like about these rows that have the central reservation section here is we get this little section in the middle. Yeah, there we go, where people can stop. And that is extremely realistic, the way you can take half a road at a time, wait in the middle little island, and then cross over. So yeah, let me just remove all of these. Okay, we've got everything set and ready for our yellow box junction. There was a little bit of a stuttering there as I was using the Move It mod to move the net lanes in the middle. You might have seen me trying to do that in the time lapse. Oh, there's an autosave. To try and cover over the markings in the middle. In the end, I just put some straight pieces over the top and we'll just deal with it. When you're doing the yellow box junction, you're going to have possibly 2 options that come with 2 different packs. This one here, it won't go over the top of the... I'm going to pause the game while I do this. Won't go go over the top of the net lanes you have in here. This one will, so that's worth keeping in mind. But before we do that, we're going to take a net lane of a nice thick yellow line, and I'm just, oh man, this is a little bit of stutteringness, which we haven't had before. I think I might just reload the game, and hopefully we'll be okay. One sec. Okay, we all seem to be back to normal. Let's give this a go with the thick yellow line. I'm going to sort of line it up with these here and that there, and that is going to be our sort of marking. Just wondering how this is going to go. Let's just do that. Is it going to go over the net lanes you've already put in? That is the question. I want to sort of go up to here. It's going to be in a very small box, actually, which is not what I was hoping to do. Yeah, it does go over the top. Yeah, that is not how we're going to do this one. Let us remove that and try again. Very carefully with the net lanes chosen. If we just do the opposite ones. No, we won't do the opposite ones. We'll do this one because the opposite one was over too many things. Right, let's do that again. What I would like to do is actually bring it over nearer to this corner here. So I think we are going to turn the snapping off, and we're going to go like this. I'm using these lamp posts on the side here as a visual indication. Now, these don't have to be absolutely square. Let's put my snapping on to get onto there, but it turns out I've done it absolutely square, which is fine. I just googled yellow box junctions on the internet, and that's what I saw. They can be any shape you like. But now in here, if we line this up, let's go like so all the way through. Don't do it. I'll turn off my snapping. You're giving me headaches. Up to there. Yep, that's fine. Onto there. Oh, look at it. And it is at an angle exactly as you wish these things to be. Look at that. That is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love it. Something else we are going to change in this area before we dirty up this junction with a few smudges and stains and things is this roundabout here is one roundabout too many in this area. That to me just does not sit right. This would be a straight through. I am going to move this crossing here because it's stopping people coming through here quickly. Let's remove that one. We have this one this side, of course, which we know about, that we've covered up. This is all give way to each other now. What we could actually add into here, which you've obviously used before, is the thing that's in here somewhere. There's so many flipping decals and things. I can't remember where they all are. I think it's this one. Yep, there it is. The little mini roundabout. We need to have anarchy on for that. It doesn't actually do anything. It is just a visual representation. These along here would almost certainly all be this, I have to say. So we're going to add those in. Oh yeah, mama, look at that. All those roundabouts as far as the eye can see. And then I just want to double check the traffic lights here, and I'm really hoping this isn't going to break anything, because that would just be utterly annoying. No, advanced split phase, got the pedestrian thing. Yep, save. Excellent. Look at that. Doesn't it look good? I think I want to add some stains onto here so it ends up looking a little bit like this. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Lots of detailing, lots of making things look British. Thank you very much to G87 for making all of these new UK road markings. I am absolutely loving them. As always, leave a comment. If there's anything you would do slightly differently, let me know so we can make some changes if they are needed. And be sure to subscribe and then check out the next video on the screen as well. Thank you very much for joining me today. We're getting back into the more regular routine now, and soon we'll be seeing some more Kettlewick.